Alright, so what I wanted to tell you is this. Whenever you create an object for any class, it creates a separate copies of all the variables inside that class. So for this object 1, there is a separate feet variable and there is a separate inch variable, right? For this object 2, there is a separate feet variable and there is a separate inch variable. So whenever you perform something with this object's feet and inch, it won't affect this object, alright, because this object has its own copy of variables and this object has its own copy of variables. So now coming back to our overloading operator, here we access the feet of the temp object, and here this feat means is we're gonna call this operator with one object and then we're gonna pass in another object here. Alright, so we call it with first object and we pass in another object. So the this is the feet of first object and it's simply represented like feet on here, right? So I think you're getting confused, but it's pretty easy. We passed in another object, right? So this is the feet of that another object, and it is k dot feet. Now, when we call this operator, you'll understand how it works, right? Just don't get confused right now. So we added the feet of the two objects, and now we need to add the inch. So just add inch plus k dot inch. Now we added both the variables, but what if the addition of both the inch is more than 12? So here we're gonna need a if statement. So if temp dot inch, remember we stored the addition of both the inch into the inch variable of temp object. So temp dot inch is greater than 12, then what we need to do is temp dot feet plus plus and temp dot inch minus equals 12. Now this is just a shorthand method of writing temp dot inch equals temp dot inch minus 12. So you can just write minus equals 12 and it will perform the calculation. Alright. So just put the semicolon, and here our overloading operator is finished. Alright, we overloaded this operator for adding the height of these two variables. Now we have two variables here and we displayed them. Now create another object, overload obj3, and this will be equal to obj1 plus obj2. Now here's the thing, when we add these two objects, remember we are calling this operator with the objects of this overload class. Alright, now it's not just gonna add them simply because we defined it here, we overloaded it here for this particular class. So whenever we call this addition operator with the help of these class objects, what it will do is it will use this definition. But whenever we create any other class or any other variables and we other than the variables of this class, this operator is just gonna add the two variables, but for this class it's gonna perform all these calculations, and you'll just see in a second what it means. So let's just print out the value of obj3 and you'll understand what's happening right here. Hopefully I didn't mess anything up. Let's just begin on this. Alright, no mesh for operator. What the heck is this? See out obj3. I should be able to display. Alright, I cannot just print this out. Alright, we made a display function and we have to call that. Alright, so everything is done. Let's just run this, and this time surely it will run. Alright, so the height is 5'6", the height is 5'8", and the height is 2'6". What the heck is this? And surely mess something up. Alright, we forgot to return the temp here. Very silly mistake. So just return temp, and now we should be good to go because the return type is overload. So we gotta return the overload object, and we have the sum in temp. So we're returning the temp object here, and this is going to run this. Hopefully it runs correctly. Alright. So the height here is 5 6. The height of second object is 5 8, and the total height is 11 feet 2 inches. So 5 and 5 are 10, and 8 and 6 are 14. So 14 minus 12 is 2. So there's 2 inch, and 10 plus 1 is 11 feet. So this works correctly. And let me just show you one more thing. If you make two integers, a equals to 10 and b equals 4, and if we made another integer, c equals a plus b, and if we printed out c, remember it won't give, like it won't go and operate with this operator. Why? Because this operator just works for the object of this class, right? I told you before. So if we build on this, we surely return 14 here, because 10 plus 4 is 14. Just to prove this to you, let me just write here, this is overloaded operator. Alright, now this is doing on this. After performing the calculation, it says here, alright, when this performs the calculation, it says this is overloader operator, and then this returns the value, and then the value got printed out. Alright, but when we added this integers, this didn't got printed out because it didn't use this overloader operator, it just used a simple addition operator. So this was pretty much it for the operator overloading. I think you understand this, guys. If you don't understand this, just watch this video one or two times, and then you will get clear it what operator overloading is. And it's a very important concept. And again, whenever you are working on very big projects, this is gonna come in handy a lot, right? So just don't skip over this. Watch this again and again. Try it yourself with different operators, and I'm sure you'll get it right. So this was it for operator overloading, and this was it for this tutorial, guys. In the next tutorial, I'm gonna teach you. Alright, I don't know what I'm gonna teach you, but just stick with me, and thank you guys for watching.